A blogger was subjected to cyberbullying and doxing for exposing the fact that Genshin Impact was criticized. What exactly happened? This incident happened recently on September 25th, today. Let's deep reveal the truth and details behind this incident. The incident origins traces back to a significant event in the Chinese gaming community on September 25th. A symposium about the gaming industry held in Guangzhou, China, invited numerous prominent Chinese gaming manufacturers, discussed a series of non-compliance issues in the current gaming sphere. These issues cover aspects like game content, character design, and the influence on players' values, etc. During the meeting, many popular games were criticized, including Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Honkai, Star Rail, Arknights, Football Manager, and Command & Conquer, etc. Dozens of others. The meeting seriously pointed out various issues exist in the content and design of these games. But although this symposium criticized many games by name, only one game ultimately sparked a public opinion storm. That is Genshin Impact. This widely discussed and continuously controversial game once again stand up at the center of the storm. Then what exactly happened? Why did a symposium involving multiple games eventually turn into a public opinion crisis targeting Genshin Impact? This begins with a well-known game blogger named Ranlin. As one of the invited guests at the symposium, Ranlin attended in person and took dozens of symposium's photos. These photos document key moments of the meeting, especially targeting discussions and criticisms focused on game issues. After the symposium, she shared these photos in her social media group. For the purpose of sharing and discussion, there was no cause for criticism of this behavior. But the incident development was far beyond her anticipation. The photos Ranlin posted were soon seen by other group members and was reposted by one of the fans to other groups. This led to a small area of spread of the photos. Everything seemed normal up to this point, but just in this process, the incident had a surprising twist occurred. An unidentified group member from multiple photos Ranlin captured selectively picked a few photos of the symposium's criticism of Wuthering Waves and starts to spread, while deliberately choosing to ignore photos of criticisms directed at Genshin Impact. Later, this member with ill intentions wrote a misleading article about the symposium. The article intentionally hiding the criticism directed at Genshin Impact mislead the public into thinking the symposium mainly targeted Wuthering Waves under Kuro Game Company, attempting to sway public opinion and conceal the truth. Quickly, one person tells 10, and 10 tell 100. This inaccurate content article swiftly led to initial fermentation of public opinion. Many uninformed players began targeting Wuthering Waves, mocking and ridiculing Wuthering Waves and Kuro, assuming Wuthering Waves was the focus of the symposium's criticisms. Meanwhile, the actual object singled out for primary focus criticism, Genshin Impact, quietly dodged the bullet amidst the wave of public opinion. At this time, when found out the narrative had been misled, entirely omitting Genshin Impact, the primary focus of criticism at the symposium. A fan group of the blogger Renxing JJ revealed the truth of the event. In fact, Wuthering Waves was not the primary focus of criticism. The real primary focus of criticisms was actually Genshin Impact. The symposium had singled out an entire page discussing the character Scaramouche's collaboration with antagonists, engaging in terrorism, and severely disrupting national peace, etc. crimes, but did not receive punishment. This storyline, designed for players, particularly for young players, delivered wrong values, influencing their decisions of right or wrong. When the facts are revealed, learn that not Wuthering Waves, but Genshin Impact was the singled-out entire page, the object of the primary criticism. The news exploded within the anime-style gaming community. At this point, a large number of illegal fans harassed the photo's publisher. A large number of fans of a certain game company claimed this photo of criticizing Genshin Impact Scaramouche. There are light white on the front people's hair. This is absolutely fabricated. Some even alleged that Kuro Company intentionally fabricated to smear MiHoYo, escalating the situation. Fermentation to this stage, Ranlin, the blogger who took the photos at the symposium, decided to speak out to dispel the rumors. She publicly stated, the Scaramouche photos from Genshin Impact were not fabricated. They were truly taken with her phone. The capture date was on September 25th, participating in the symposium's time. Prior to all the circulating photos, the earliest source of the photo about the white on people's head was due to the symposium's above white lighting combined with her phone's camera effects. Not fabricating, originally thinking the photo's capturer's clarification would calm the storm, but what happened next caught all normal players off guard. The original author of the photos, Ranlin, out of respect to the truth. After the clarification was made, she quickly faced a massive amount of cyberbullying, defamation, and doxing attack, etc. from countless fans of a certain game company. Comments and private messages were unsightly, allegedly encountered by trolls surrounding, and their reasons for attacking Ranlin were easy to understand. If the original capture of Ranlin really debunked, it would confirm the criticism of entire singled-out page about Scaramouche in Genshin Impact and make it public knowledge. So those refusing to accept the truth's illegal voices began stir the waters. Firmly believe the symposium's criticisms of Scaramouche from Genshin Impact is rumor. And so, cyberbullying and accusing Ranlin with comments like, "Why get involved in this mess? Did you receive money from Kuro?" clearly wants to fabricating to smear MiHoYo. Out of fear that Genshin Impact's Scaramouche scandal of focused criticism would go public. So not letting Ranlin to say the truth, very quickly, Ranlin was further doxxed, exposed by illegal fans with the so-called real name, ID and personal photos, and even threatening bloggers' life safety. These extreme behavior escalating the situation and drawing more public attention. Under continuously facing cyberbullying and doxing, streamer Ranlin stand out once again and live streaming to reveal the truth. She showed all the photos taken at the symposium. Can see all people's heads had light white light. This is the indoor lighting and her phone camera's processing's results. Definitely not fabricate. Displayed the photo's capture date as September 25th, 1446. This is the earliest source of the photos. Couldn't find the more earliest. Then she used a well-known site detection fabricated live streaming of Genshin Impact Scaramouche photo. And the result clearly confirmed this photo weren't fabricated. Then used 3 or 4 methods from the netizens to further prove the photo's authenticity, proving that she was indeed a present guest at the symposium. By this point, it was undeniable that Ranlin is the capturer of these photos. And the primary focus criticism of Genshin Impact at the symposium was completely substantiated. This incident shocked me and many netizens. To protect a company's reputation, some extreme game company fans resorted to cyberbullying, doxing, and despicable violent methods to cover the truth, shutting up the insider. This is unforgivable. Plus, the incident developed to here. The issue was no longer just about Ranlin's cyberbullying and doxing, but had also sparked broader public thoughts on game companies' responsibilities. As an influential game development company, MiHoYo certainly has areas for improvement in character design and plot development, especially given a large player base among young people. Could the game content promote correct values? Could this help shape a healthy worldview and moral perspective for players? These questions have drawn increasing societal attention in recent years. For example, Genshin Impact as character Scaramouche has sparked controversy due to his unique background and actions. In his storyline, there are small issues exist. Not that a villain can't be redeemed and forgive, but a villain should based on the previous crimes itself committed, starts repent, make amends, and face sufficient punishment, can only probably be redeemed and forgive. But Scaramouche is a character who committed felony in the previous storylines, such as terrorism and killing. But afterward, there are no redeemed storyline of him and the corresponding punishments. Although character complexity is part of storytelling, but as a cultural product aimed at the public, especially with a substantial youth audience participate, game companies should exercise more caution in portraying moral direction questions. Shouldn't recklessly announce narratives of unethical behavior based on personal preference or other purposes. Facing criticism from various society sectors, game manufacturers should adopt a more open attitude toward reflection. At this symposium, Wuthering Waves accepted criticism, Arknights accepted criticism, so why can't Genshin Impact? In fact, no matter how successful a game is, it should be open to criticism and suggestions. The issues highlighted about Scaramouche in the symposium weren't baseless, but were rooted in player feedback and real existing problems. Yet extreme fans' reaction can't only help games' improvement but also exacerbated the issue. Because of fearing the publicizing of Genshin Impact Scaramouche's scandal of primary focus criticisms, then won't let blogger Ranlin to say out the truth, not optimizing the problematic storyline. Couldn't resolve the symposium who stayed out the issue, then opting to cyberbullying attack the blogger who exposed the symposium's content. Such lowbrow and unethical methods are hard to relate. Game manufacturers must exhibit greater tolerance and responsibility in the face of criticism, promptly responding to reasonable player demands, can maintain long-term viability in a competitive market. Hope, through this incident, can make more people realize that games are not just entertainment, but cultural carriers that bear social responsibilities. Only by truly listening to player voices, respecting the facts, can create better games. Finally, I hope that all issues raised by players, not just those highlighted at this symposium, will be taken seriously by manufacturers and addressed appropriately in the future. Write rational game narratives and genuinely listen to player feedback. Customers are king, and serving players with sincerity is things what game manufacturers should really do. and also hope that the lowbrow and despicable behavior faced by the blogger Ranlin will not happen again. Then, what are your thoughts on this incident? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and wish you a happy and joyful life every day.